Hey everybody, I would like to welcome you back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that went down in Chicago recently. A tragedy that hit the hip hop community and honestly, all of us who care about our people and our culture. So if you haven't heard, Mello Buckzz, a rising rapper out of Chicago, was celebrating her new album, Hollyhood, at Artis Lounge. What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into an absolute nightmare. As the party was ending, people were outside just getting their coats, waiting for rides, when a black SUV pulled up and opened fire into the crowd. 18 people were shot, 4 of them died, including Mello's boyfriend and her best friend. 14 others were rushed to the hospital, some still fighting for their lives.
In a statement, the owners of Artis say they are saddened by this shooting, writing that they created this restaurant as a safe space and their thoughts are with the victims. Reporting live in River North, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
And KC police say 13 of those 18 victims were women.
The rapper who hosted the party, Mello Buckzz, in a post to Instagram said one of the 4 people killed was her significant other. Another victim is 26-year-old Taylor Walker, who you see right there on your screen. She's a South Side hairstylist. The party last night was an invite-only affair. Many attendees are close friends of the rapper, whose real name is Melanie Doyle. And take a look at this video given to us by people who live in the high-rises around the nightclub. A chaotic scene there. The block filled with police cars and ambulances. One person says he was on a phone call with friends when he heard sirens from his 12th floor apartment.
Eyewitnesses say that it was absolute chaos. Rapid gunfire, most likely from switches, people screaming, folks dropping to the ground. Some of the victims were as young as 21. Most of them were women. The shooter sped off, and as of now, police are still looking for them. This isn't just about one night or a party. This is about a pattern, a cycle that's been eating away at our communities for far too long. And yes, we got to talk about music too. You see, the music that Mello Buckzz and her associates were putting out, it didn't help the situation. She's dragging about doing drills, basically shooting and killing rivals. That's not the energy or the talk that promotes positivity. You see, it's difficult to just put it on wax and think that it won't spill into the streets. You see, this is real life. These are real world consequences. When you're constantly promoting violence, disrespecting rivals, and making it sound cool to catch a op or to catch a body, it sets the stage for exactly this kind of tragedy. Truthfully, this form of rap, this drill culture, cannot mix with righteousness. But let's not get it twisted. Nobody deserves this. I just want to make that clear. Nobody deserves to lose their loved ones and their family to senseless violence. Even the rapper Mello Buckzz, she's absolutely devastated. She posted on Instagram saying that she's heartbroken, angry, and lost. She said, quote, "I don't wish this type of pain on nobody. Damn, my whole crew," unquote. She's mourning the loss of her boyfriend, her friends, and some family.
Cell phone video captures the moments just after the mass shooting that left 14 people injured, some critically, and 2 men and 2 women dead. One of the victims is 26-year-old Taylor Walker, who was identified by family early this morning. The 3 others killed have not been identified.
Absolute chaos, from people screaming to blood on the streets to people laying on the streets.
The crowd outside Artis Restaurant and Lounge had gathered for an RSVP record release party for Chicago rapper Mello Buckzz. An employee at the lounge tells me they were in the process of closing and getting everyone out when police say a car pulled up and 1 or more people got out and started shooting.
At around like 11:20, that's when I heard a lot of ruckus. Like it literally sounded like a stampede of people coming downstairs.
Next to the club is a Dunkin' Donuts that had a front window shot out.
Transporting one of the gunshot victims to the Northwest Memorial Hospital.
In some cases, police didn't wait for ambulances to arrive and drove the victims to area hospitals themselves.
It was a chaotic scene up here last night.
Roger Tanner was in a cab at Chicago and Franklin moments after the shots were fired. The victims ranged in age from their early 20s to early 30s.
I noticed the police officers were running to the ambulance, and he had the young lady on his shoulder trying to get her some help. And I mean, she was bleeding and stuff.
We have to ask ourselves, how did we get here? Why is it that our celebrations, our moments of joy get turned into crime scenes? Why is it that our music, our art sometimes becomes a soundtrack for our own destruction? See, I'm not here to judge Mello Buckzz, but we have to start holding ourselves accountable. We can't just keep on glorifying violence and act surprised when it shows up at our doorstep. Lady, this is what you rap about. This is what you get paid for. People want to hear this. It's exciting. It's stuff that they're not doing. So you can't have it both ways. You can't rap about this stuff and get paid for it and then be all sad and in your feelings when it plays out. You see, we need to lift each other up, not tear each other down. So in moments like this, I'm reminded of a powerful teaching from the Torah. Do not stand idly by the blood of your neighbor. That's found in Leviticus 19 and 16. This verse calls for each of us not to ignore the suffering. So if violence keeps happening around us, we need to take action and we need to speak out when our communities are hurting. You see, it's a reminder that we all share a responsibility to protect and uplift each other, and that silence or indifference in the face of tragedy only allows the cycle of violence to continue. So to the families of the victims, to everyone who was hurt, truthfully, my heart goes out to you. This pain is just too familiar in our communities. We need to do better. No, we need to demand better from our artists, from our leaders, and from ourselves. So if you're watching this, I want you to think about the power of your words, your actions, and your art. What are you putting into the world? Is it building up or is it destroying? So please, let's do better for all of us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.